Hey everybody, this is a video response to the Blue Flamingo, the worst date ever. Here's my story. I was a senior in high school and I had never ever I had been on a date. I'd never been kissed, never been to a dance. I was a wallflower. I had never experienced anything like that. So, the senior prom was coming up and my best girlfriend wanted me to go, and I told her I wouldn't go by myself. Stupid. But she told me she'd set me up with one of her friends, and I knew who this guy was. He'd graduated the year before, and so she told me she'd set it up and that everything was cool. And so back then I made just about all my clothes, and it was like the end of the hippie era, and I had made my dress, and of course that guy never did call me and talk about taking me to the prom, but my girlfriend assured me that things were okay, and so the day of the prom, her and her date stopped by my house, and she was just shocked that he hadn't showed up. And she told me that she was going to call him, and that she was just sure that, he was just running late or whatever. Of course, he never showed up. And, back then I can remember, I'm sure it did hurt me, and it's been so long ago. Let's see, this year I'll be out of school 35 years. So that's been 35 years ago. So I'm sure it hurt me. I really can't remember being hurt, because a few days after that my mother died. So unexpectedly, it was a real shock. And that's another story, but I'm sure that I didn't let I'm sure that stood up senior prom date wasn't even in my mind. But what was funny about it, and it was years later, was everybody thought I was married to him. He and his wife and I, we looked alike, and we drove cars that looked alike, and so it wouldn't matter if I was at the post office or down at the store or the carryout. People would ask me about him. How's he doing, And I'd say, wrong girl, not married to him, not married to him. So that's my entry. I don't even know if you can even classify it as the worst date ever, but I never had any more terrible episodes like that out of any men. You know what I mean? That was the worst one. So, but I have a new sub, and guess who it is? It's the Blue Flamingo. His name's Adrian. He lives in Iowa, and I'll have all his information over there so you guys can check him out. And maybe if you sub to him, you could enter into his contest too. That's it, everybody. This is Melissa reporting from up in the holler. Bye, everybody.